Welcome back to the channel Coin Star. Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most incredible discoveries in American numismatic history, the rare and valuable 1969 D Ultra Lincoln penny. Can you believe that a single penny could be worth up to $2.2 million? Well, hold on to your seats because we're about to reveal how this small copper coin became an absolute legend in the collector's world. First, let's go back in time to understand why the 1969 D Ultra Lincoln penny is such a big deal. 1969 was a pivotal year in American history. Apollo 11 landed on the moon, Woodstock rocked the nation, and the Vietnam War was still ongoing. But while all this was happening, something unexpected was being minted in Denver, a small batch of pennies that would go on to become one of the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history. The Denver Mint, which produced these pennies, was one of the primary facilities for U.S. coinage. But what makes the 1969 D penny so special? Well, it's all about the unique minting error that turned an ordinary coin into a numismatic superstar. Now, let's get to the good part. What exactly makes this 1969 D Lincoln penny so valuable? The answer lies in its extreme rarity and the double die obverse error. This means that the front side of the coin, where Lincoln's portrait is, has noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, especially in the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," as well as the year 1969. This wasn't a normal double die error, it was something so rare and unusual that even the Secret Service got involved. That's right, folks, the Secret Service actually confiscated many of these coins at one point because they believed they were counterfeits. But later, experts determined that they were indeed legitimate and had been produced at the Denver Mint. This was a huge moment in coin history. Alright, now for the golden question: how much is this penny actually worth? The value of the 1969 D Ultra Lincoln penny has skyrocketed over the years, reaching staggering amounts in auctions. Some examples have sold for over $100,000, while one of the finest known examples fetched an eye-watering $2.2 million. Imagine checking your pocket change and finding a coin that could change your life forever. Even lower-grade versions of this coin can sell for thousands of dollars. So, if you have old pennies lying around, now might be the time to dig through them. You could be sitting on a fortune. Now, let's talk about how you can identify this valuable penny. Here are the key features to look for. Look for the D Mint mark under the date. It must be from the Denver Mint. Check for doubling on the obverse, front, side, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. Examine the condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Okay, so you've checked your coins and you think you've hit the jackpot. What next? Here are some tips on how to sell your valuable penny for the highest price. Auction houses, the best place for rare coins. Heritage auctions and Stack's Bowers are great options. Online marketplaces, eBay, Etsy, and specialized coin forums. Coin dealers and collectors. Visit a professional numismatist who specializes in rare coins, grading and certification. Always get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC before selling. It adds credibility and can boost the price significantly. There you have it, folks. The story of the 1969 D Ultra Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most expensive pennies in the world. Who knew that a tiny 1-cent coin could be worth millions? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries and money-making tips. And hey, if you think you found one of these rare pennies, let us know in the comments. You never know, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Did you know that a simple 1-cent coin from 1962 could be worth over $2.1 million today? That's right. A small Lincoln penny, the kind you might have in your collection or even in your pocket right now, could be a hidden treasure. But what makes this coin so rare? Why is it so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one? Stick around, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and shocking value of the 1962 Ultra Lincoln penny. To understand why the 1962 Lincoln penny is so special, we have to go back to its roots. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, the penny underwent many changes, but in 1962, something extraordinary happened. The U.S. Mint struck millions of pennies that year, but among them, a rare error coin and an ultra-proof version were minted, which later became some of the most sought-after coins by collectors. The most valuable among them is the so-called Ultra Lincoln penny, a coin with an extraordinary deep cameo contrast and a unique minting flaw that makes it one of the rarest pennies in existence. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Well, there are a few key reasons: minting errors. Some 1962 pennies were struck with errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, making them rare collector's items. Ultra cameo proofs. A few special 1962 pennies were struck with an intense cameo contrast, meaning they have a deeply frosted design with a mirror-like background. These ultra cameo pennies are incredibly rare. High-grade condition. A normal 1962 penny is worth just a cent. But in pristine condition, especially in mint state 67 plus or proof 70 ultra cameo, its value skyrockets to thousands, even millions of dollars. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is the 1962 Ultra Lincoln penny worth today? Here are some jaw-dropping recent sales. A 1962 proof Ultra Cameo Lincoln penny graded PR70 sold for over $90,000 at auction. An extremely rare error version of the 1962 penny was sold for more than $200,000, and the crown jewel, a unique 1962 Lincoln penny with a perfect ultra-proof strike, was recently valued at a staggering $2.1 million. Narrator, and the craziest part? Some experts believe that even higher grades or undiscovered variants could fetch even more in the future. Alright, now for the big question: do you have a 1962 penny worth a fortune? Here's how you can check. Look for ultra cameo contrast. If your penny has a frosty Lincoln with a shiny background, it could be valuable. Check for minting errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, and missing elements can increase its worth. Inspect the grade. The higher the grade, the higher the value. If you think you have a pristine penny, consider getting it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. If you think you have a rare 1962 penny, where should you sell it? Here are some options: professional coin auctions like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or Great Collections, online marketplaces like eBay and Etsy, but beware of scams, coin dealers and collectors who specialize in rare pennies. The 1962 Ultra Lincoln penny is truly one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in history. Who knew that a humble 1-cent coin could be worth millions? So, check your piggy banks, coin jars, and old collections. You never know, you might be sitting on a life-changing treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing coin discoveries. Have you ever found a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. Imagine finding a single penny, and realizing it's worth a life-changing $2.30 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But in the world of rare coins, one special 1976 Lincoln penny has defied expectations and skyrocketed in value. Stay tuned because today, we're diving deep into the history, rarity, errors, and market value of this incredible penny. And who knows? You might just have one hiding in your pocket. Let's rewind to 1976, historic year for America, marking the nation's bicentennial celebration. The U.S. Mint was busy producing a wide range of coins, including the famous bicentennial quarter. But while all eyes were on quarters, an ultra-rare 1-cent penny was quietly making history. Now, a regular 1976 Lincoln penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Over 4.6 billion of these were struck in Philadelphia and Denver. But what makes this particular penny worth a fortune? The answer lies in its rare errors and unique strikes. Collectors and numismatists always look for error coins, and this 1976 penny is the holy grail. Here's what makes it stand out: struck on a dime planchet. Instead of being minted on a regular copper planchet, some 1976 pennies were mistakenly struck on a 10-cent, dime, planchet. This means they are smaller, lighter, and made of copper nickel instead of copper. Double die obverse, DDO, error. Some 1976 pennies feature a doubling effect on Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1976, due to a minting misalignment. This increases their value significantly. Off-center strike. If a coin is pressed incorrectly, it can appear off-center. A 1976 penny with a major off-center strike can be worth thousands. No mint mark/weak strike. Some pennies from 1976 have missing mint marks or weak strikes, making them extremely valuable. Now for the exciting part: how much is this coin really worth? The answer depends on its condition and rarity. Let's break it down. Regular 1976 Lincoln penny. If you have a standard circulated one, it's worth only 1 cent to a few dollars in good condition. Error coins and rare variants, depending on the error type, some have sold for $500 to $10,000. The ultra-rare 1976 penny, in 2023, one of these rare pennies, with a near-perfect grade, sold for an astonishing $2.30 million at auction. This record-breaking price was due to its unique composition, pristine condition, and the high demand among collectors. With rare coins fetching millions at auctions, the question arises, should you start collecting? The answer is yes. The coin market is booming, and older pennies, especially with errors, are skyrocketing in value. Keep an eye out for these. Now, before you start digging through your spare change, here's how to identify a valuable 1976 penny. Check the weight. If it's lighter than 3.11 grams, you might have a dime planchet strike. Look for doubling effects. A microscope or a magnifying glass can reveal a double die error. Inspect mint marks. No mint mark or an unusual placement can indicate rarity. Get a professional grading. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and certify your coin's true value. So, the next time you find a 1976 Lincoln penny in your collection, don't ignore it. You could be holding on to a treasure worth millions. If you love learning about rare coins and their values, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on these hidden gems. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and I'll see you in the next exciting video. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could make you a millionaire overnight? You heard that right. One specific 1982 Lincoln penny is now worth a staggering $24 million. This isn't a fairy tale, this is real. And in today's video, we're diving deep into the history, the rarity, and the mind-blowing value of this tiny but mighty coin. Buckle up, because you won't want to miss this. To understand why this penny is worth millions, we first need to go back to 1982. This was a pivotal year for the U.S. Mint. Due to rising copper prices, the government decided to transition from solid copper pennies to copper-plated zinc pennies. But here's the twist: during this transition, a small batch of the old copper-based pennies was mistakenly struck at the Denver Mint with the new small-date design. And thus, a rare and valuable error coin was born. So, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-rare pennies? Here's what to look for. Mint mark. The letter D, Denver Mint, must be clearly visible under the date style. The small date variety features a thinner 2 in 1982 and a lower set 8 metal composition. The rare penny is made of 95% copper and weighs about 3.11 grams instead of the 2.5 grams of the newer zinc pennies. If you think you have a match, grab a scale and weigh it. If it's over 3 grams, you might be sitting on a fortune. Collectors and numismatists go crazy for error coins, and the 1982 small date bronze penny is the holy grail. In recent years, coin experts and auction houses have confirmed that one of these pennies could fetch up to $24 million in today's market. Can you imagine finding one of these in your pocket change? It's like winning the lottery. Now, if you're wondering, where can I find one of these? The answer is simple: start checking your coins. Search old penny jars, coin rolls from banks, estate sales, and flea markets. And if you think you found one, here's what to do next: verify authenticity, use a precise digital scale and compare details, consult a numismatic expert. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin. Auction it smartly. Sell through reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers to maximize your profit. So, could you be the next lucky person to find a 1982 small date bronze penny? Start searching today. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more money-making coin tips, and share this with every coin collector and treasure hunter you know. Who knows? The next millionaire could be watching right now. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers, brace yourselves. What if I told you that a simple penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could be worth a staggering $250,000? You heard that right. The 1983 ultra-rare Lincoln penny has taken the coin collecting world by storm, and today, we're diving deep into its history, rarity, and why it's making collectors go crazy. So, grab your old piggy banks, because by the end of this video, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Before we get into why this coin is worth a fortune, let's take a trip back to 1983. The Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for decades, featuring President Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile. But in 1982, a major change happened. The U.S. Mint switched the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a much lighter zinc core with a thin copper coating. Why? Simply put, rising metal costs. Copper had become too expensive, so the government had to find a cheaper alternative. Now, here's where it gets interesting. While the official transition happened in 1982, some coins struck in 1983 were accidentally made using the older copper planchets. That's right, this mistake led to one of the most valuable modern penny errors in history. Now, not every 1983 penny is worth a fortune. Most of them are just regular 1-cent coins. But if you find one of these rare error coins, you're looking at life-changing money. So, what makes it so special? Let's break it down. Wrong planchet error. The most valuable 1983 pennies were accidentally struck on copper planchets instead of zinc. Since copper was no longer being used, these coins are a rare mistake. Regular 1983 pennies weigh 2.5 grams, but the rare ones weigh 3.1 grams, so grab a scale and check yours. D mint mark. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was minted in Denver, and the Denver Mint was not supposed to be using copper planchets in 1983. Collectors' craze and market demand. Due to their extreme rarity, collectors are willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a genuine 1983 copper penny. At auctions, these have been sold for as much as $250,000. Imagine turning a single penny into $250,000. Alright, now that you're excited, let's find out if you have this valuable penny hiding in your collection. Here's a step-by-step guide to checking your pennies. Look through your old coin jar, wallet, or rolls of pennies, especially those with the D mint mark. Use a digital scale that measures in grams. If your 1983 penny weighs 3.1 grams, you could have a rare one. Zinc pennies are slightly magnetic, but copper is not. If your penny doesn't react to a magnet, you might be in luck. If you believe you have one, send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Now, let's talk money. The market for rare pennies is booming, and collectors are willing to spend a fortune on error coins like these. Here are some real-life examples. 1983 copper penny, MS65 plus grade, sold for $250,000 at auction. Other error pennies, double dies, off-center strikes, worth thousands. Common 1983 pennies, worth only face value, unless you find a special one. So, the question is, will you be the next person to cash in big on a rare penny? Before we wrap up, here are some final tips to help you in your coin collecting journey. Check every penny carefully. You never know what you might find. Invest in a good magnifying glass and scale. They're cheap but can help you spot valuable coins. Stay updated with coin auctions. the value of rare coins changes, and you never know when a record-breaking sale will happen, so, there you have it. The 1983 D. Lincoln penny is one of the most valuable modern coins in the world. Could you be holding a $250,000 fortune in your pocket right now? Go check your change. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries.